Hey guys, Jeff here. Welcome back to Imagination Tech. So I just got this new BetaFPV HD Nano HD camera from BetaFPV. Got this locally from Jon Alzona. So if you're living in the Philippines, you can just get in touch with him, or if you're living elsewhere, just go to betafpv.com and order one. This costs just $60, and we're going to be taking a quick look at it today. Stay tuned. Alright, so this is the BetaFPV Nano HD camera. Once you open it, you get this card for the user manual, and you get this new canopy, which is supposedly a little bit taller, I think, to accommodate this camera. And it also comes with this, I guess this is the mount. Anyway, I'm not going to be putting it into a BetaFPV whoop, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be needing that. And this is the BetaFPV HD Nano camera. Can you see that? Right, so it's really tiny. And this comes with this clear camera cap, lens cap. It's just made of plastic. So yeah, again, it's really tiny. It comes with some hardware, some mounting gummies. So it's that's it for contents of the box. So anyway, let's just check the weight on this thing. It is supposed to be 6.71 grams. So let's just double check. 6.8 grams. So yeah, around 6.7, 6.8 grams. So I'm getting 6.8. Let's just tear that just to be sure. And then yeah, it's coming out at 6.8, but yeah, it's a minor difference. So compared to the Calyx Turtle V2, which is 14 grams, and Runcam Split 3 Nano, which is 12 grams, this is, you know, around half of that weight. So it's going to be very nice if you're going to put it into your tiny whoop. I mean, if you're going to put it into your small brushless micro, this is going to you know, make for a very light build. This can go 1080p 60 fps as well, and you can switch between 69 and 4:3 aspect ratio via OSD. So that's going to be very good. Yeah, so this costs around $60 compared to $65 retail for the Runcam Split 3 Nano and the Calyx Turtle V2, which puts it in the same price range. Depending on how much discounts you can get. Links below if you're planning to get this from BetaFPV or Jon Alzona. In the meantime, let's go ahead and put this thing into our build. So just want to show you how they designed the way to mount this BetaFPV Nano HD camera. So you just take this mount adapter that they provided and slide it over there, over your camera, and just fits right in. And if you take a look at the inside of your of the provided canopy, there are some screw holes over there which would position your camera perfectly in the canopy. And then you just screw this the board onto your stack, and then just screw this canopy onto your Beta 75 or what have you, and you're good to go. Now here's a quick comparison of the Calyx Turtle V2 versus the camera of the BetaFPV Nano HD camera. So you can see it's really tiny in comparison, but the lens is also smaller, so we'll see if that compromises the image quality. But you know, compared to the Calyx Turtle, which actually really sucks, this might be an improvement even though it uses a smaller lens. So I noticed that the Calyx Turtle V2 and the BetaFPV Nano HD cam have, you know, similar board layouts and similar components on their boards. This is the V35MA from iCatch Tech, and both of them have it. These have different numbers. I'm not sure if these are just serial numbers or maybe this is an updated version, but essentially it is the software on the chip that does the encoding, the still image processing, display capabilities, and everything. They have the same chip, I guess, maybe different versions, but essentially the same chip. Alright, okay, so let's just go ahead and open this thing up, remove the stack. Just like the Caddx Turtle, the BetaFPV HD Nano has a microphone, though it's mounted directly onto the board. Although on the the audio on the Caddx Turtle really wasn't that much useful, because it's just pure wind noise when you listen to it, so it wasn't really that useful to me, and I don't think I've ever used the audio on any of my videos. But we'll just have to see, being on the board, if it's going to sound any much better than the Caddx Turtle V2. If you're hooking this up to a flight controller with an available LED strip, you're going to have to go to BetaFlight to set up camera control. So in CLI, you need to type resource and then take note of the value of the LED strip. And this is what you're going to use when you follow the instructions on the BetaFPV site, linked below. Since my flight controller doesn't have an LED strip, I'm going to skip that section for now, but basically this is just, you're just gonna have to follow the instructions on the page. So if you don't have an LED strip pad that you can configure, you can also probably use a UART pin, if you have a dedicated OSD or camera control pin, that might also work. Or if you just really don't want to fiddle with all of that, you can just solder a 1.25 pitch JST connector to the ADC and the ground pins. And basically the camera control commands in CLI was introduced in BetaFlight 3.2 and was meant to eliminate the need for a joystick in favor of being able to control the OSD directly from your transmitter. So basically now I've made a plug for my joystick to plug into. So let's go ahead and give that a test. Just turn on our monitor. So first you need to stop recording by pressing the center button to bring up the menu, and then pressing right to stop it, and then pressing the center button again to open up the OSD settings, and then pressing on right to go into a menu. Here you can change if you want the aspect ratio to change from between 16:9 and 4:3, so depending on what goggles you have or whatever. So I have a Dominator V3, so I'm going to keep it at 16:9, and I prefer it that way as well. You can also, put an overlay, which I don't really want to, but if that's something that you fancy, for example, if you put it on your wing, you can turn on the voltage and time. That's also something that you can do with, this is a regular OSD menu, so just navigate. It's pretty much the same as the menu in the Caddx Turtle. This is actually the remote control that came with the Caddx Turtle. For some reason, I'm not sure if why, but my RunCam remote won't work with it. So I'm guessing it might be because either the resistance values are different, or maybe, I don't know, maybe this is just wrecked. Okay, so the down button doesn't work, the up button does, and the right button works as well. So maybe this joystick is just it's just not working. But yeah, so that's something that you can do if you don't want to set up the settings in CLI. You can just configure it manually. Here's some sample footage with the BetaFPV Nano HD. These videos are not color corrected, not color graded. This is as is, straight from the SD card. And you can notice, you'll notice that the sunset really looks great, and it has really good dynamic range. The shadows aren't just muddy black; they actually still retain some detail in them. So the image is very sharp. You can tell for yourself. You can judge for yourself if you like the image quality. And I will have some more sample footage at the end of this video. But yeah, I put a lot of effort and time into making this video, so if you appreciate that, you can buy me a coffee. A link to my coffee account will be down in the description. So that is it for my review of the BetaFPV Nano HD camera. So what do you think? Do you think this is going to be a good addition to your micro quads as an upgrade to its camera, or maybe this might just make those Beta 65, 75 or Meteor 65 just a little bit more appealing to you? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I hope you liked this video and found this useful. If you did, click on that like button, make sure to subscribe, and then hit that bell notification as well. Alright, so that is going to be it from me today. I hope you stay tuned for my future videos. Alright, anyway, keep building and keep flying.